My name is Rashmi Adam. I am your new social science teacher. Okay? First, when you see me, what are the questions that arise in your mind? And first noted kudle, in mind alala eight questions bantu. Who I am? Why I am here? And for what I am here? Alva? Bankulla nimge yagiru. Obviously I am a teacher, but what's my name? Why I am here? Antala questions bantu. So this is our first chapter, but not about me. It's about our India and about our history. Okay? So today's chapter is when, where and how. Chapter 1, when, where and how. So when, where and how. Okay? Before starting the class, what is the definition of history? Yes, history. Definition of history is when, where and how, or called as the history itself, or the events that has happened in the past is called as the history. The events happened in the past. The events happened in the past is the definition of the history. History is divided into three periods. Okay, history is again divided into three periods. First one is a ancient history. Ancient means older one. Second one goes to the medieval history. Medieval is nothing but the middle one. And third one is our modern history, means present history. Okay, this history is divided into three. This history is divided into three periods. So first one is ancient history. Okay, ancient history. And second one is medieval history. And third one is the modern history. As I told, ancient is the old one and medieval is nothing but the middle. As the name itself says, medieval means middle and modern means now, currently. Okay, now we are going to learn in today's chapter is about the medieval history. Okay, this medieval history starts from the 8th century. 8th century. This medieval means middle history starts from the 8th century and continues till the 18th century. Okay, medieval history starts from 8th century and ends till the 18th century. Before explaining, first of all, what do you mean by century? How many years can be said as the century? Yes, in cricket, we know 100 is called as a century. Example, we say Sachin has done century, Kohli has done century, so and on. So, century is nothing but the 100 years. A 100 year is called as a century. Sure? Can we continue? And we are in which century, madam? You will arise a question. We are in 21st century. We are in 21st century. We are in which year? We are in which century, my dear children? We are in 21st century. Okay. Now coming to history, medieval history is divided into two periods. Here, see, it starts from 8th century to 18th century. It is around the 10 years, right? Or 10 centuries we can say. 8th to 18th. It is 10 centuries. But this is again divided into two periods. Those are, see, medieval is divided again from 8th to 12th century. 8th to 12th century. Again, it is later divided century to 18th century. See, history is divided into 3 periods. First one is ancient, second one goes to medieval, and third one goes to modern. In medieval, it again is divided into 2. Names are from 8th to 18th century is called as early medieval history. It is early medieval history. And from 13th to 18th century is called as later medieval history. This is called as later medieval history. Clear, my dear children? So there is a gap of 5 centuries. 8th to 12th there is 5 century difference, and from 13th to 18th again it is 5. Clear? What is the definition of history? How many periods are there, and from when medieval history starts and from till where it ends. And century means how much, in which century we are, and later again it is divided, medieval history is again divided to which are those? Early medieval history and later medieval history. And in early medieval history we can see Cholas, Palas, Rajputs, okay, Rashtrakutas also in early medieval history. Cholas, Palas, Rashtrakutas, Rajputs. And in later medieval history, excuse me, sorry children. Oh, okay. Early medieval history, what are the dynasties we can see? Cholas, Palas, Rashtrakutas and Rajputs. And in later we can see is Mughals and Afghans. Okay, clear? And now coming to next topic or next topic itself. How you all got the name? Nimgella hestidalva, individual you have got the name. Who has kept your name? Yakade hestitru? There are reasons. Some names may be got from your grandparents or from your favorite peoples. Name parents yaro favorite people favorite names idre adna nimge ittidare, ಅಥವಾ grandparents ಹೆಸರನ್ನ forefather grandparents ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. But Indiaಗೆ how we got the name India for our country? Now we can learn how we have got the name India to our country. Now Indiaಗೆ India ಅಂತನೇ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೆಸರು ಇಟ್ರು ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೆಸರು ಬಂತು? We can see the history of how we got the name India. Before that, I will clear this. Told next topic is how we got name as India. Okay, as we know, history means past. So India also got their names. Got names from past. It is all about during the Rigveda period. See, first it's from Rigveda, which is around 3,500 years old. 3,500 years old. Okay. See, this Rigveda is around 3,500 years old. During this Rigveda period, there was a king or an emperor called as Bharata. Okay, Bharata. In Rigveda period, a king idda. His name is Bharata, who conquered the huge area. This Bharatana Raja on the dotted area he won. That place is named after him. On the place his name Karitara. That is Bharatas or Bharata Varsha. So that place is called as a Bharata or Bharata Varsha. During which period, children? It's during the Rigveda. See, the name is Bharatas or the Bharata Varsha. So first, India started to get its name as Bharatas or Bharata Varsha. Later, from Persian. Later, from Persian, it is called as Sindhu. Okay, it is called as Sindhu. See, it is called as Sindhu. The Sapt is nothing but the 7. Saptha ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. The Sapt means 7. See, this is 7. What with 7? There were 7 rivers. So India was called as a Sindh. Now, ma'am, which are those 7 rivers? Have 7 rivers, ma'am? Yes. Come, let us see those 7 river names. First one goes to Indus. Second, Kabul. Third one, Jhelum. Next, Chenab. Later it goes to Ravi. Next goes to Beas. And later, final word, it goes to Sitluj. These are the 7 rivers. How we got the name Sindhu. The 7 names that is Sindhu has been given from this 7 rivers. These 7 rivers we call it as Sindhu. This word has given from the Persian language. In Persian language, the letter H is similar to letter S. H ಮತ್ತೆ S Persian almost similar. So, navala Hindus alva. So, instead of giving Hindu, it became Sindhu. See, H. Hindu has been given into Sindhu. So, the name Sindhu instead of Hindu. Okay. Next, there is another name, Hindustan. See, Hindustan. See here, we can divide it Hindu and Stan. Hindu means it's a religion, as we all know. Hindu is a religion, and Sthan. What do you mean by Sthan in Kannada? It is nothing but a place. See? This is a place. Hindu is a religion. So, Hindustan is again got its name from the Persian, which means religion of place. Hindu means religion, Stan means place. Later, some people or writers again they gave the name Hindustan, depending upon some boundaries and about some flora and fauna, plants. Flora and fauna, animals and plants. Okay, children. Firstly, I will clear this side. First person to give Hindustan is Minhas I Siraj. Okay, Minhas I Siraj. And second, a poet named Amar Khusro. Okay, and later another person called as Babu. See? Firstly, a person called as Minhas Siraj in 13th century. Okay, in 13th century, he has given a name to India as Hindustan. He has given these names depending upon the boundaries. Okay, depending upon the boundaries, he has given this name. In 14th century, a poet, okay, poet. If you want to write poems, he is called as poet. A famous poet named Amir Khusro also has given the name Hindustan. And later, a person called as Babu has given a name Hindustan. Okay, children, this happens in 16th century. In 16th century, a person called as Babu gave the name as Hindustan. And in 14th century, a poet called as Amir Khusro gave a name. See, I told Minhaj-e-Siraj has given the name Hindustan depending upon the boundaries. He has taken boundaries as two rivers. Which are those rivers? Ganga and Yamuna. Ganga and Yamuna. See, boundaries from Ganga to Yamuna is considered as a Hindustan according to Minhaj-e-Siraj in 13th century. And poet Amir Khusro has given Hindustan but without any boundaries in 14th century. And in 16th century, Babu has given a name Hindustan depending upon the fauna. Okay, fauna is nothing but animals, considering the animals. Okay, this is clear. And now, later in the 17th century, India, our country, has got the actual name as India from 17th century, which is in English language. In which language? English language. Okay, so this is all about how we got the name India as India. Okay. In today's class, first we have learned the definition of history, how many periods of history are there. In that, medieval history again is divided into two, which are those early and later. In early, what are the kingdoms we have seen, and in later, what are the kingdoms we have seen. Followed by the how we got the name India as India. Starting from Rigvedas as Bharata and later to Saptasindhu, followed by 7 rivers from the Persian language, and later it is from Hindustan, right? Hindustan, and later these people, why they call India Hindustan, there is a reason. Minhaj-e-Siraj in 13th century, followed by the boundaries Ganga and Yamuna. Later poet Amir Khusro has in 14th century he has given without any boundaries, and later in 16th century a person Babu has given a name Hindustan considering the fauna. Fauna means animals. And later the actual India has got the name in the 17th century from the English word. So this is all about today's class. Okay, children, let's continue.